Hi guys, hello,
Hello, guys.
welcome back to my channel. I am Promise and this is the Life Lessons. And once again, as you can see if you watched my previous video, I have my special guest.
Hello, I'm Chris. I'm the husband of Promise, and, and I'm here to support her today or to discuss a very interesting topic with her today.
Yes, something we've been talking about for a long time together. Like we always have this discussion together and we both have different views but sometimes we all come to the same conclusion. So the topic is about African girls with white men, right? And white girls, or let's say Swiss girls in particular, right? And Swiss men. So I think African girls are raised in a way that they are submissive to a man to a certain extent. Don't take advantage of them. No, bad idea. But they're submissive and they're respectful and they're supportive and they are like they believe so much in having a husband, having a man, and let him be a man. Whereas the Swiss women, I don't know much, but the ones I've seen so far, it's like, there's the equality thing that's going on all over the world. And in the Western world, like here in Switzerland, it's obvious. Everyone is equal. A man and a woman, they're all equal. So in most cases, what we discuss is that there are so many African guys who are taking advantage of African girls who are really, really nice girls who are just looking for a guy that can love them and appreciate them. And our African guys, they're not actually appreciating us enough. They take us for granted. They think these things are normal to be done to them by girls. And here I came, I married my Swiss guy, and I became the wife that I've been raised up to be. And apparently he finds it amazing, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes.
Like, what is your favorite part
Yeah, I
about
think
the African girl?
I mean, in general, maybe just to say at the beginning, everything we're saying is not true for everybody.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody's different, and I can't speak for all the Swiss people or all the black people or women and men. That's for sure. But what I saw is a general thing that. That really the way a black woman is called growing up to want to become also a good wife, wants to really also be how do you say that, make a husband feel comfortable. And if you
Feel
are
like a king.
if you are taking advantage of that, that can be very bad also for the woman and for the relationship. But if as a white man or in general as a man, you are you're searching for a relationship where you can give a lot to your woman, and she's also appreciating that and wants to give back a lot to you, that gives a really powerful and beautiful symbiosis. And what I saw, especially with when I was young, I'm still young, but a little bit more young, and when I was on the out there searching for women in Switzerland, I saw that often these women were a bit confused about what their status in a relationship should be. I had, maybe it's just an impression, but I had a bit the impression that this equality thing maybe sometimes made them unsure if where they're standing in the relationship. And also these Hollywood movies, I think it's always about them, this prince coming from somewhere, making their perfect life, and he's able to cook, and she can do her business and be a wife, but she's just taken care of, and she gets everything she wants, and she's treated like a queen. And I also found that a lot of girls I was talking to, and I asked them, hey, how do you see a relationship? And they were, one of the first things they were mentioning, like, yeah, I mean, one of the things that are clear is I will not do the cooking at home, and I will not do the ironing at home and the washing. I don't even like to cook. Why do I have to do that?
I don't even know how to cook.
I don't even know how to cook, and I don't want to learn it. So either he's gonna cook or we're going out, but it's not my problem. And I see where they're coming from. I understand why. Women were oppressed also in the Western world a lot, and now they want to break free, and I understand that. But at the same time, I believe that in a relationship, it's important that it's like a bridge where both sides come together in the middle, and everybody gives their part. And it's not really about who is cooking at the end or who is doing the washing, but
it's about the will to do it.
Yes,
I think it's about the willingness, the openness that, okay, if we have to eat at home, I will cook. Or you say, I will cook. It's the willingness to be open that, okay, I'll do the laundry today, or I'll do the bathroom, I'll scrub the bathroom, or I'll iron. I think it's all about the willingness. Like for us, in the African culture, you are told to do all this as a woman, as a wife. You go to a man's home. If you are married officially, you understand? Mm-hmm. You don't just get, okay, most girlfriends do it also, but it's not advisable. It's advisable when you are married officially to a man that your family knows, that has come to your family and paid the bride price. Yes, there is a bride price or dowry. It's not really like paying off a girl, but it's a kind of appreciation that a man comes to give to your parents because they raised you to be the kind of woman that attracted him, for him to be able to come to get you from your parents. So if a man comes to your family like that and marries you in front of God and accepts to take you, and you also accept him, you are told to take care of this man. Actually, you're my responsibility. In my culture, like I have to take care of him. So I come from this background where I have to look out for his clothes, they're all in order, there is something he will wear tomorrow, he's not hungry, by the time he comes home there is food, and it doesn't matter whether I'm working too or not. This is like my office at home. So it's like I have to take full control over this man's well-being. And then where I come from, I did that already before with several guys that I had in my past, but it seemed to be normal. And actually they didn't appreciate this value, like these things that I was doing. And most men do this, most of the African men, because they know, she has to do that anyway, she will do it. And if you don't do it, he actually comes to you and says, hey, you didn't do this for me, you didn't clean my shoes.
Yeah.
And then I came here, I met this
guy. Not everybody, of course.
Yeah, not everybody, please. I'm talking this not about everybody.
It was a specific experience. Yes. It's not about everybody.
So then I met him, and I was being me, like the wife I'm supposed to be, and I see the way he receives it. Even he's always helping around. He's cleaning the kitchen. He's cooking for me most of the time. Actually, I cook less than him, and it just seems very comforting and very relaxing, this kind of mixture. And then when I look at some white girls, they're actually not just white girls. I think there are also some black girls who just want to be queens, but then they want to be the kings too. I think that's a confusion. I think if you want to be a queen, in a kingdom there's always a king and a queen, and you can't be both. You can either be the queen with a king, or be the king without a queen, or with a queen, or be the queen in your own kingdom without a king. But the moment you decide to be a queen and you want to have a king with you, that means you are willing to balance the responsibilities or to take your place as the queen. So maybe we should also revise on what are the roles of a queen in a palace.
Yes. I love what you're saying, Promise, and maybe just some thought on this. I think we were just very lucky because she comes from a background where it's not where being a woman in this way is normal, and it's not appreciated because it's normal. And I'm coming from a place where it's normal because of the changes and everything for a man to be the one who is coming as the prince, maybe, or I don't know, but who is conquering the wife, but then also cannot expect her to be the one like taking care of the man. I know that in Switzerland it's also expected from me to not push the woman to cook or to wash or to iron. Even if I go a bit in this direction, I know it's like a sensitive territory, and so suddenly being with a person that for her it's like she feels like it's her duty. For me, I appreciate it so much, and for her to be appreciated because it was for me not expected is a very beautiful feeling as well. So I actually think that people coming from her world and my world, they're fitting very well together because they don't have expectations that are not fitting. They're actually surprised by what the other is bringing in, and this gives a mutual relationship which is very appreciative.
Yeah.
Yes.
You told me something before when we were talking about this, and you said that society here has taught men or has left men in no position. Like most men are confused on what to be. Am I supposed to be a man? And what is the role of a man in a home? They simply have no idea what to do or what to be, and they just end up just sitting there, going where the woman says go, doing what the woman says do, because they lost their sense of manhood or authority. I don't know how you call it, but
yeah, I think you're
meaning.
absolutely right. Like we went so in a direction where the woman wants to be free, and I get that. I think I'm all for that. That the woman is also having her place and doesn't like have to be behind or in the kitchen or something like that. I think it's great that women get stronger, should get the same salary if they do the same job and all of that. But then I think that it has gone to a place where men sometimes they don't know anymore who they should be, because on some point they're expected to be very sensitive. Modern men are sensitive, not to be a macho, but then on the other side also help at home and not let the woman do all the homework, and they should do work, they should be manly, but they're not. So I think sometimes they're a bit confused, and they're trying not to step on the wrong foot.
Buttons.
Yes,
and
they end up actually trying to be the person that they think they need to be, so pleasing the other one. And now living with my wife, which has also this view that there is also value in these traditional roles of a man and a woman. I really learned a lot about this, and I realized, and that is maybe not true for everybody, but I started realizing from my own opinion that I think that a man still has a lot of there's a lot of strength for a man to be a man, to be able to take care of a woman, to be the one that somehow takes responsibility of the family and is at the side of the woman and bringing her home maybe sometimes, or maybe sometimes helping her out and defending her from the world. And I think there is really beauty in the role of a woman who takes care of her husband and takes care of their home. And it doesn't mean that the man doesn't help, but like that she sees that as her role, and that she is a strong woman. She has her rights and everything, but also a bit submits to the man who is the strong hand behind her. I think there's beauty in that, and I think if these roles are executed in that way, but with a lot of respect and appreciation to one another, it really gives all the beauty. And for me personally, I found that it's a lot more satisfying and comforting, and also for the self-worth is a lot stronger being in a relationship like that than being in a modern relationship where we try to avoid these roles, where we try to have nothing clear, where like this whole gender discussion, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that everybody has to be the same. There can be a lot of special things, but I just must say that I see value in these roles and in having them and caring for each other in that way. Yes.
Yeah.
I like to be your strong man.
And I like to be the woman. I love it.
I really love it.
I think some
gives
women
me pride
really,
and strength.
Yeah, I really think some women don't know what this means, like to be the woman and accept to be the woman. You're actually at the safe side. You are on the safest side in a relationship when you just be the woman. It comes with a lot of benefits. You're like this princess, this queen, who he will go out there to look out for. Like he'll do everything for his queen, as long as you behave like a queen, or as long as you become the queen that you behave to be. Don't say I'm the queen in my husband's kingdom. Be the queen. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If you allow yourself to be the queen and let your king go out there and do everything he can just to protect you, nothing is as sweet as that. I swear to you, I love being a wife. I love being a wife. I love taking care of my husband. I love doing everything that I can do for him to feel like he's the man. Because you know what that means? If you make him feel like I am the man, it means he's going to face whatever comes his way just for him to win or to earn his position as the man. Right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, giving that you gave me this position as a man, it also gives me self-confidence, strength, and I think a woman loves a man who is self-confident and has strength. Yeah. I think women at the end, even if they're in control in a relationship, then if they have the pants on in the relationship, I don't think they really like that at the end. I think at the end that frustrates them if they are more self-confident or more empowered than the man. I think somehow there is a way that we like to be the man and you like to have a strong man at your side. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean you're not independent. That doesn't mean that you cannot have your own career or whatever.
True. Yeah.
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 I mean, everybody does it the way it's best for them. We are not trying to judge or criticize or tell people what to do. We're just sharing what is our experience of the relationship.
These are really personal feelings, and I hope nobody takes it personally, or I hope nobody feels like we're trying to implement our opinions on other people. We respect everybody, the way they live their lives. We really, really...
Yeah, we do.
We know our positions. We don't even put our heads out there to talk into people's relationships. No, we are just two people who have the same values, and it's so important that we met because we share the same values and principles, and I think this is very special. And if you're out there and you prefer being the queen and the king at the same time, and yet you have a guy on the side, that's your life, and we respect that. This is just our own side of the story.
Yes, and we are very lucky that we met and that we have the same beliefs, even though she grew up on a very different place, somewhere in the middle of Africa, and I grew up here in Switzerland, and we end up meeting each other and realizing that we actually have the same views of a relationship, the same beliefs, and that we strengthen each other's role and each other's beliefs, and it's just beautiful. So we thought maybe in our reflections, in our thoughts, there might be some value or some interest from people out there to hear from that.
Maybe someone anyone out there is looking for this kind of woman or this kind of man who still believes he's a man and he needs to take his place in a home, and this man is out there looking for a girl who thinks she is the woman and she's ready to take on their role in a home, we encourage you that there are still lots of girls like that, and there's still men like that too out there. There are very many. You just have to widen up your circle, look wider, look farther. I'm sure you will find this kind of person.
Yes, and maybe don't, sometimes we have this stereotype of the people we're looking for, especially how they look on the outside. But I think especially when you're looking for this kind of values, maybe don't search for a stereotype and rather ask women question or men and try to find people with the same belief. And if you find somebody that has the same beliefs and that you love from the inside, you will also love them from the outside. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I see a lot of people out there searching for a very specific stereotype, men and women, and I find them staying actually lonely and alone, just because they set for themselves these barriers, these clear indications what they're looking for, and I often see that they're having people with the same values and beautiful people right beside them, but just because they're not searching outside of their expectations, they don't see that. So yes, so that's what we wanted to tell you.
Yes, and I hope you guys get something important for you in this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give it a give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe on the red button to Life Lessons of Promise.
Yes.
And yes, wait for the next videos, because there will be great videos coming. I have some insight on the roadmap of this woman, and I tell you, if you keep watching her videos, there is going to be stuff coming you will be very surprised about and very inspired by. So yeah, keep on watching, and we wish you a wonderful day,
Weekend,
a wonderful week.
Yes, and until next week.
Till next week.
Cheers.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.